even with whatever work you're doing, don't forget to be a person. Congratulations. You already won the day by gracing and therefore humbling the uncommon soul with your mere presence alone. You need to know you're awesome for doing that. And I don't know why the captions are disabled. Okay, there's a whole check mark that needed to be saved and activated. That would be why. But at least for the time being, I'm trying again with the whole live captioning thing. And it should also be a thing. I don't even know what people would prefer. Closed captioning, where you would click in the player in order to see what's being said, or open captioning, which would be this right here, at least on the horizontal side of things. Oh, come to think, Twitch has let me in on the beta to stream both horizontal and vertical formats, and I haven't looked into that. But, yeah. So, I don't know whether people want these burned in captions right here on the horizontal side of things. I wouldn't know where to work it in on the vertical side of things. There's probably too much to even think about. But, I guess I need to ask if people would have a preference or not, because I want at least the possibility of it being known what I'm saying. So either force it like this here, or have the option by clicking in the Twitch player. It all depends. I don't even know how to make it possible for YouTube. Now that I think about it, I should be thinking about that as well. But YouTube would at least be seeing this. So, let me finally say again, like I wanted to earlier, this is all because of Square Enix. Against my wildest dreams at the time, they granted me a key for Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake. It's part of the ERDRICK trilogy, so it was only right that I go through Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake before it. And now, we've gone through 3 and 1. Now it's time to continue going through 2. And I had concern about where the magic key might be based on a descendant of that magic key maker in 1 having made it and lost it. And as it turns out, the Dragonlord's castle is in the waters between Rimeldar and Tantagel. So I may as well go there after all. And I did get the rainbow drop to do just that. I'm looking at myself now and it is rather dark, so I've got to brighten this room up a little bit. I have to. Feels better, brighter here. And I don't look too overly washed out, I hope. Oh, and where did Mini Kirby go? Because it's not far, I just didn't put him up like I should have. Oh, it's right here. I didn't think about that. But I did think about saying hello to Zarnathium and making sure to mute the game and myself as well, so less risk of an echo effect. See, it's a rule. Whenever Zarnathium is subscribed and in chat, we've got to hear one of his many kitties lance. I don't make the rules, he does. I'm more than willing to adhere to those rules. And I guess there's something I should be asking, and you might respond. Do you have any care for captions on streams or videos by chance? I myself don't care for streams. I don't need captions. It's more when I watch TV, particularly anime or American TV or what have you, but I'm not worried about that on streams. But I don't know how others would feel about that. Like, I know I've had that window up there for a long time with no scrolling text inside, and I keep saying I'm gonna do it and I haven't filled it with trivia. But I figure at the very least I did have captions before, especially for those who might be working and are unable to actually hear and respond. They can see words, most of which will be spelled properly and actually be the words I'm saying. But then sometimes, of course, some stuff will mess up. Okay, this is the quickest way out of here, so I ought to do that. Sarnathian's not as worried about streams or on YouTube with captions, but movies for a while, very much. Some are hard to understand what is said sometimes. Very much, yeah. I get that. Oh, I probably feel like getting asleep for 24 gold and not 36 or 72 gold, or God forbid, rather, Rubis forbid, 200 gold. And considering how much you're in here, Zarn, your opinion holds a lot of water, like caves do, or like most caves do. Now that we're all rested up, we'll go outside of Rimildar, because that's the... Unless... Can I instead go to Tantagel, the boat be inside, and I can sail to the coast? I wonder... Yes. So I can't necessarily alight over here. That'd be way broken. That's too high for me to alight, but that's okay. I can simply alight right here. Now to hold up the rainbow drop after this dumb battle. Although we can easily get rid of them. And without spells, necessarily. Except for confusion being an issue. Well, there's still that at the very least. See about having him defend. That hurt badly. Way too strong as a mage when confused. But I don't feel like going back to rest. Caradoc can heal us, so I'll use his MP to heal us. He's about to level up, so it's no big deal when he does it. I swear that's been said in all 3 games. Well, that's a steep drop. You're gonna need some help to cross this chasm or something. And there goes the rainbow for a 3rd time. Drop the rainbow, taste the rainbow. It feels much shorter, and I don't remember it zooming in like it just did there. And there's not as much pathway to move around this time, neither. If only... Well, I wonder. I'd feel better sizzling those dark skeletons. Then I'll bang everybody. That totally worked out. Except for my missing. At least there wasn't an attack. But I think I'll attack and maybe I'll frizzle the hoodie instead. That would be why he wasn't taking much damage. He was merely defending. That's okay. That's all right. I think I'll turn this down a little bit. And not lose my balance. I've not had any alcohol in me, although I could have some later. I really could. That moonshine I have is still good for another 11 months in the fridge, even after opening it said. But I ought to finish off that moonshine because I like how it tastes. Now we have safe passage. That's kind of a nice deal there, Caradoc. Okie dokie diddles. It is way easier to get over here to the Dragonlord's castle now. And, there's still places to go. It's still broken. So is he down below who I'm going to meet then? I would totally get it. I'm gonna be questing through here after all. We can safe passage across the electric squares and tiles, which is honestly very beautiful to say out loud now that I realize that's happening. All right, I should have gone the right way first. You know what? I'm gonna zoom there. I need to go right first, considering how samey this is. I'm surprised I haven't run into a monster yet, though. But because I said that, I'm going to run into stuff, and it'll be okay. I don't mind the whole getting stronger thing. That's kind of what we need to do. Oh, empty chests again, like before. There's monsters. Like, I have no issue with that, really. I don't think I should have her whip them. Why don't I attack the hoodies? Caradoc hits with a boomerang, and then she swooshes the Hocus Chimeras. Because of the bounce. That'd be why not. Why did I do that? Although that did get rid of one of the hoodies. Her physical attack is nothing to write home about, like, at all. Oh, I think this is relevant here. Fallout starts tomorrow at 9 Eastern, not Wednesday, like had been the news for a long time. Just today, they said that Fallout Season 2 has been moved up a day to tomorrow. So that'll be something right there, I think. Oh, how I need to go through New Vegas. But it's alright, though. The important thing to me was merely telling you all that Fallout Season 2 starts a little earlier than anyone was expecting, which I think is some fun news. Now, the problem is, when am I going to work it in with all the other anime I need to catch up on? When, oh when? There ain't no other chest here, but there's definitely stairs to go down still. Yeah, I needed to go down here so that I could see about the other chests before I go down the correct way. Oh, bang, everyone. I can't wait for her to learn Boom and Kaboom. But stuff is still missing. I don't know how, and I don't know why, but it totally was. Why don't we just frizzle the... Well, there's no need for that now. He was already down. Hurt a little too much than I cared for. That chest was open, so I ain't gotta worry about it. There's something there. A prayer ring. All right, I came here because I thought the magic key might be here. So I'm coming here before I go look for those mini medals from the last stream. I'm just glad that I will retain those 2 hours. Now, I had the opportunity to make a call with a friend I've not done so with in a long time. So that's why I hadn't been around until a little later tonight. But don't neglect an opportunity like that when it arises. If something can in fact be moved around, then move it around and do that rare thing. Because you never know when that opportunity might never come again. Like some people I've heard on my Facebook feed having lost like 3 people in the last 2 weeks or something. Hold your loved ones close and tell them that you care about them, because you never know when you'll never get that chance. So I didn't want to miss that call with that friend, and it was really, really nice to hear their voice again after so long. And I'm still doing at least 2 hours in the day of December 15th. So I'm keeping the streak alive. I'm taking longer to do things because talking to you is more important than just play the game. And also telling you various things. I don't know. I'll have her whip the Hocus Chimera just in case. I don't feel like having all that bounced. It's whatever. It's no big deal. Caradoc will get rid of him. Yeah, that is a-okay. I thought there might have been something here, but no. Could be something up there. Then I'll zoom right back. I ain't seeing anything here. Nope. But I don't have Snoop as it is, so I won't be able to easily tell. I can't get myself the magic because of the bounce there. Oh no, I'm confused. That's a disaster there. That hurts much too much. That was real bad. Thanks to me, we're all in the yellow. Why I gotta be so bad? She's close to leveling up, so I can have her MP being used. I could honestly just use that a bunch of times. I don't mind running down the MP. Not only does it suck when somebody you don't think to go ends up going, but it is odd when the person going that kept putting the stuff off, it is odd when it was the person going that kept putting the stuff off when you offered. I think I have to reread that. Not only does it suck when somebody you don't think to go ends up going, but it is odd when it was the person going that kept putting the stuff off when you offered. Oh, okay, now I get it. Like, they keep saying some other time or not this time or something, and then they end up being the one going instead. So that never comes. You just keep waiting and waiting, and then it ends up being a no more reason to wait because they're not here. Yeah, now that I read that twice, now I get what you're saying. And that does suck. And if it's not just odd, it feels a little worse. Because you never got the chance to say anything on your side because you kept being told there will come some opportunity. And then the opportunity goes. That just stinks, but if you believe in them, then how could anybody possibly know? Like Zarnathium's son. Zarn kept saying that he and they should play Valheim. And the son said it sounded good, but later. Now he's gone and there's no later. And again, based on what you tell me about your son that left us, it hurts all the more. It hurts all the more, and I hate that you have to suffer the hurt. It should have been a bad person that should have gone. If he's anything like you said, it would have been a great honor to have met him here in my streams as well. I imagine, much like you, he would have liked it here. Oh, the Scarewolves are weak to that. I will swoosh because the boomerang gets weaker as it passes through all the enemies. Yeah. That's all right. That moment there was A-okay. That is all no issue there. One issue I have with these open captions is if I don't say something in a long time, they start off big, but then they shrink into the window the way they're supposed to. I don't know why it's like that. Why I don't just start off this size here. I don't know why that is. And then when I shrink the size of the text, it ends up, instead of actually being small, it just de-reses. It's low resolution text. I don't understand that myself. And I ain't got to step over any of that electricity. And it's behind the throne that I need to go, so I can still go down this way and check stuff out. A friend got Valheim for him, and Zarn got Valheim for the other son, or the other son. So all three of you could play together, or four. The son, his friend, and then your other son, and you. Four of you could play Valheim together. None of you have played it together. Brought it up to the one alive the other day, and trying to get them both to play. Friend of your son, not your friend. I thought I was trying to get to friend of your son. I think my words came out wrong, but in my mind I knew it was a friend of your son. I knew that's what you were saying. I forget. Is it a Norse survival game? You are like in basically underwear, start with wood stick and wood shields and make stuff like a base building and all that jazz. That's what it sounded like. I've heard of people playing, and I've heard of that being a fun survival game to play, actually. And I will say it's unfair that I let sometimes the looks and art direction of a game stop me from playing it. It's just a preference thing. But nowadays it's usually more the time thing. But clearly I make effort for the time for things that matter. So if it mattered very much, I would do that as well. You know what matters and I've not been making the time for? Remember that I started Fantasy Life I? Remember when I said I should be doing the multiplayer stuff with people in that? And I still never have? As a series of videos, there's more flexible time. I would just need to be the one to edit and upload the stuff. Oh, Valheim's coming to PS5. Zar's gonna push it again once it goes there. You know what would be great? It would be great if Keymailer or Lurkit, depending on who is easier, or if Keymailer has that pre-approved claim thing, if I could get it on PS5 that way and then play with people there. That way, no one has to spend a penny on me. Not that I don't appreciate the people who have chosen to, because as I've said to you all, there are some not insanely, just like incredibly and unknowingly, but just so immensely beautiful souls that have decided to spend a little money. No, someone spent a lot, but others spent some money. And I'm grateful and will appreciate every time it happens. I refuse to refuse those kind of gifts, because that's not what the gifter wants. All I'm saying is if I was granted a key for Valheim, it'd be easier knowing that one, no one had to spend money on me, and I wouldn't be working to pay them back, because again, that's not what some people want. They may just want the time or the appreciation, and I'll give that, but Then if I were to get it that way, it'd be a sponsorship. It'd be a sign that I'm doing stuff people are seeing, and then companies are deciding to take a chance on me. And then I can share with those same people these things that companies are showing me. Make it more of a business affair that I want to make money off of, but don't want to forget that it's the people that come first. In fact, it makes me think, well, I definitely can't frizzle a dragon. Or a green dragon. Let me crackle green dragon. This is not blue dragon. So, let me see here with people. Is it that bad to try and make a hobby or a passion your career? Like, should that be the worst thing ever? Or is it more than okay to do that? Because I have heard of plenty of people doing this, and they don't go asking or begging for money or anything. And I don't think they'd be doing it from their viewers neither. They'd more want to make business deals with other businesses to promote stuff or stuff like that. But some people just really want to help how they can to help their favorite creators do this kind of stuff full time. I would rather do the make deals with businesses thing, show stuff, and then be paid for it more than the beautiful subscriptions and donations and all that. Just because I'd feel better taking money from an agreed deal where we both benefit instead of just generous, beautiful people that want me to do this more. Like, again, that's beautiful, but and it shows just how much they want this. I would just feel better making business deals with businesses. Zarn is sure the saying, do what you like for a job and never work a day in your life, was around long before he was born even. And you've been around for a good bit. And it's why I feel bad seeing more than a few posts say, don't turn your passion into a career. And again, I think it's valid on both sides of that. I think both sides are valid, but I am just that passionate. And again, I see people doing this, like Unaleska with her JRPGs, Curious Joy with JRPGs and fighting games, Emmy Divergent with retro and horror. Who else? I can say Maximilian Dude, but he's huge. Maximilian Dude is huge, but he's still someone that applies to. Seeing all these examples of the kind of success that I aspire to and others aspire to and others are able to claim for themselves, why would it be so wrong for me to go for that same thing? Why? And you have been around a while. I ain't mean that as an insult. I meant that as an experienced thing. Like, you are higher level than many of us, so you know things. Maybe it was the way I said it that sounded funny. I'm thinking it was the way I said it. I mean, if it made you laugh and you knew you weren't being hurt, because you know I don't like hurting people, it really is a-okay. And that's one of the things I aim to do, is to make people laugh in ways that don't hurt them. And in fact, it reminds me of Elspeth that I watched this past week. And I think it'll be all the way until the end of February when it comes back. One of the cops in the precinct actually is a stand-up comedian, and she made fun of the two people that were there that she could make fun of, that she officially worked with. And they also knew, with stand-ups and comics in general, as long as it's known, especially behind closed doors, that it's not serious jabs, to be made fun of in a stand-up routine is more of an honor than an insult. And they were good sports about it, and they wanted to support. That's the kind of thing that's going on here. And I don't think there are any chests around here after all, or nothing to interact with. Okay. Okay. But I don't want to zoom back. All I gotta do is go back up those stairs and then up the middle. Yeah. Those treasures are surely gonna be on the other place that I haven't yet gone. It'd make a lot of sense. And who was texting me? Not that I should be responding to that. Although someone understands the text I made. Let's see. They're all different. And I forgot that I have Dragon Slash, actually. Let's Dragon Slash the Green Dragon. Let's boomerang through them all, and let's frizzle the Dark Skeleton. Oh, that's very preferable. That's okay. I'll just do that again. And then crackle the hoodie. Oh! I don't think I want that. My reviver is dead. Man, if I were playing any version before this, I'd be very, very upset. But autosaves are a thing in this version. They really are. So I can get away with it here. Parts of me laugh about it, but it's still also feels bad moment. And I don't know if people care about IGN awards. At least we know it's only from them and not just other big corporations like their best action game. Their runners-up are the first Berserker, Kazan, which is nice to see. Ninja Gaiden 4, Monster Hunter Wilds, and Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Their winner is Hades 2. I'm good with all of that. Like, any one of those could have been best action game in all honesty. It was nice to see Kazan in there. Maybe I'll read up on 10 different video game based cookbooks after I go up these stairs. Probably after the next battle, I'll read off a list of 10 video game based cookbooks. I doubt the Street Fighter cookbook is in there, but that's totally a thing I have. So how many more chests to chest on this level? I wonder if they're both up there. It'd make a lot of sense. Unless one of them decides to be a floor item that I can't see. All these Hocus Chimeras, though. If they fuddle, I'm in trouble. We didn't get rid of all of them until now. So here are 10 different video game based cookbooks. There are cookbooks based on Stardew Valley, The Elder Scrolls. Okay, they're not showing it all here. Stardew Valley, The Witcher, Fallout, The Elder Scrolls, Five Nights at Freddy's, which I wouldn't know they have a cookbook, Pokemon, Dungeons and Dragons, Minecraft, World of Warcraft, and Final Fantasy XIV. And then there's 4 more here. Persona 3, 4, and 5. Genshin Impact, which does make sense. Borderlands, and Pac-Man. How is there a Pac-Man cookbook, I wonder? Well, yeah, no, yes, no, maybe. Was a burger ever a bonus item in any Pac-Man game? Because I don't even remember what snacks were shared between Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. I should probably look into that. Now I have a little bit of hunger in my mind thinking about that. But I gotta focus. Gotta think about treasures here. And I gotta worry that I don't see nothing. Oh, so it's this configuration again. I can zap. But I want to hit everybody, though. Yeah, this is more the... Especially since missing. That's a concern there. Me dying stinks, but it's not undoable. Maybe if we go down to one enemy, then I'll do it. Although that's a big concern. Alright. Bring me back. Bring me back and heal him. Mid-heal him. Not great, but that's good. I think another mid-heal is in play. Hey, here. Now I'm back. That's okay, because it wasn't me that was hurt. Why don't we have him zap the dragon and have her mid-heal me? Because this dragon is slow. Damn it! Just when I said that, he ended up moving faster. I think I'm gonna go with that, though. Even if it doesn't happen, it can still heal somebody. But I'm banking on me coming back. Then I can be... Oh, she moved faster. That I wasn't expecting. I need him to move faster than her. Okay. There we go. Now things will feel better. I'll have him mid-heal me just in case, and she can crackle. I think that's all right. Okay, we're all still alive. We all get experience from that. Darn Theme actually had a good delivery today. Early in the morning, all movies in one box and no issues. There was another 3 4K Blu-rays for $30, wasn't it? I'd like to think you did mention that in a previous stream 1 or 2 ago. In fact, I don't even know if something I ordered did show up the way it was supposed to. Ugh. Delivery is taking longer than expected. I don't like that at all. What I want is a credit back to my card and still get the item. I ain't trying to get a refund. I need this thing. I don't need anything except just my money back and the product. I just don't see the chests. I definitely remember that. I've done it twice already. So why am I missing things around here? And are any of them a mini medal? I certainly hope not. Let me see. Oh, there is a mini medal somewhere. It is something on the floor. Damn it all to hell. Did it twice to get 6, so it sounds like 6 movies are in one box, and it all came swimmingly. Nothing knocked out of the little thing that keeps it inside the case that keeps it from moving, latches or whatever, and no peeling plastic or anything. And speaking of movies, I hear George Clooney will no longer be kissing women on screen in any of his movies that he'll be doing. And I have to wonder how people feel about that. Like, I don't lose any sleep over that. I need that not Hocus Chimera, the Scarewolf to go. That Scarewolf cannot bounce. So that's A-okay. All right, keep on going and keep on checking news. But the encounter rate here is pretty low, at least, so that's not the biggest concern in the world. But I wish I had Snoop now. But I'm getting the medals, though. I am definitely getting medals. And it's only been 1 hour. I thought it was going to be an hour and a half or 2, but it's not been that long. I would not realize it. And it's this again. I wonder if I should deal with the dragon first. Parts of me are really thinking that. I could still boomerang. I think I'll still boomerang. And then crackle. There's still damage. Okay, there it goes. That's more than all right. He was supposed to attack first, but then that missed him. So did that. Dark Skeleton is kind of dodgy, literally. Then we go this way, and she takes out a hoodie. I rinsed with ice cold water, so why yawn? Why oh why? Maybe I should have more food than I did. I only had a snack because of taking so long, and I didn't want to take long to get on screen. That was the only mini medal here anyway. And then I am not caring about Xbox, so all these Xbox games actually are pretty exclusive, or pretty non-exclusive, except for Keeper, I think. Let's get rid of the chimeras first, especially because of the bouncing. But then dodged. Don't like the dodging. We all can hit both hoodies. But before Peronal could die, I get rid of the both of them. Now I'm getting to be close to leveling up. Actual magic water inside there. Then what else? What will the other treasure be? Or will it be in a pot or a barrel? There's only one Hocus Chimera here, so I kind of want to get rid of the Lump Wizards first. Although I can also get rid of the Scarewolf too. That's a problem though. Why can't I hit enemies? Why do I have to keep hitting us instead? Why, oh, why? I didn't kill any of us, but I will die. Let's run. Well, so much for that. Autosave load it is. Marshmallow keeps getting more and more active. If only he would start physically growing. His three brothers have about doubled in size over him. You don't need to be a runt. Always gotta cheer and hope for the runt to grow. And then as I say that, I end up thinking of that book and movie holes from Madame Zeroni telling Elya Yelnats to take a runt pig up the mountain and sing a song while it drinks water, ending with if only, if only. And in order to get the girl his dreams, offer the bigger pig. And after all that, take Madame Zeroni up the mountain and sing to her while she drinks so she can get big and strong too. That was a scary laugh. And then I need to move the mic so that I can do a scary approach to the camera. But if you forget to take Madame Zeroni up the mountain, you and your family will be cursed for always and eternity. Eartha Kitt really laid it on thick there. That may as well have been the highlight of her performance as Madame Zeroni there, I think. That was definitely powerfully delivered. And also, whoever came up with the idea to have her come into the camera like that, that was some good blocking as well. Sarnathian doesn't mind if he's shorter, but wants Marshmallow to grow to be in more of a safe range, where it isn't so easy to pick him up and handle him with one hand. You'd prefer to handle him with two hands because that'd be a sign of growth. And here's to hoping that does happen because it needs to. Oh. Almost forgot to heal Peronal there. But that battle was not great. This will be a little better. We'll be so focused on the Chimeras first. The whole problem is getting fuddled. That would be the biggest issue. But hey, Peronal laid it on thick enough where I would attack the hoodies. I haven't messed around with any kitties in a while, I realize. And I wouldn't mind doing it again. With friends, kitties, I should say. I don't have the money for a cat cafe. Is it? Oh, there's nothing. No, there's two treasures. One of them was magic water. You know what? Screw it. I'm not going back for the magic water. Screw it, screw it, screw it. I won't be thinking about it right now. Now we'll keep doing some other things here. That's all right. What else is there to share? I don't know what Black Torch is. I don't think I'm worried about Marathon. I don't think it's a big enough deal to me. Okay, I didn't hit the stairs yet until now. Good. Here's something nice, though. New York becomes the first state to require transparency in the use of AI actors with new law. So, someone says that New York has drawn a bright line that puts human creativity, integrity, and trust first. It also applies to the use of a person's name, image, and likeness after death as well. It slows down the unchecked use of AI in entertainment and ads. And then what else? What's the thing here? The Screen Actors Guild is fully in support of the legislation there. By mandating transparency and securing consent, New York has drawn a bright line that puts human creativity, integrity, and trust first. This is smart, forward-looking legislation that will have national impact. I'd be glad about that. Zarnathium really wishes they would make a Mandalorian game. I was talking to his son about Star Wars stuff today, and that show got brought up and how much those two love it. There should be a game on it, and it should be done with the right devs, not some slapped together BS. Then, keeping in mind the game's Star Wars Bounty Hunter, do you think those devs are making a game a little similar to that would be a good call? Of course, it can't be pure bounty hunting, not when Baby Yoda is around. And Baby Yoda wants to be around a Mandalorian, and a Mandalorian will do everything in his power to take care of him, not just himself. Tell me something. No, there are a lot of things that are impactful, and another one of them is Grogu holding out his hand, and then at the end of the first episode, when that happens, the Mandalorian reaching a finger out to Grogu. And then it cuts to black. Pretty powerful, at least based on what I know about Mandalorians and the typical way in which they do things. That talk started because he wanted to play KOTOR 1 on PC and was having controller issues. I would forget the PC never really got controller support for the first. And yet, they ported it to Switch, but they didn't put controller support on PC? I feel like something's missing there, unless it was a different company that ported the game, and it all being controller interface wouldn't have been much stretch. But why no controller support on the first KOTOR? Makes me think I really ought to get my Xbox back to working to play it there. But 2, the Sith Lords has it. And Zarnathium got a Switch 1 version and played it on the Switch 2. 1 and 2 for $9. Could have Grogu wait in the ship or with somebody. Entirely. If they want to do more regular bounty hunting where he can fight in his fullest, having Grogu wait on the ship is definitely a thing. But we also know he won't always be waiting on the ship. Sometimes he'll be out there despite the Mandalorian's hopes and wishes. Grogu really will be doing some things, though. I think I want to hit the Dark Skeletons and swoosh the Scarewolves. Especially after that miss. Yeah, that's okay enough. And don't like the bounce. And now I'm stronger. I don't like the yawning though. I don't like it, and I don't have a standing desk with which I can make the camera angle better. And then even when I do, it'll be leaving out the Kirby, so it's more of a damned if I do, damned if I don't thing. Unless I stack a chair on, I have to come back for that chest. But I want to think the magic key will be down there. I really, really do. It ain't dead, but he will be. See, dead. Sarnathium never says Baby Yoda. First thought on it was enough, but the second thought made it worse. What thoughts dare I ask? And I normally wouldn't say it. I would, since I learned the name, I would keep going Grogu. But some people understandably want to be stubborn about Baby Yoda, considering the same species. I would much rather say salmon, but I know it's salmon. But it just drives me nuts. Why can it not be salmon? It's how it's spelled, but it sounds like salmon without the L. I think I've gotten used to that over the years, but it's still annoying as hell to me who prefers proper spelling. We can't change it to S-A-M-O-N now, can we? Or S-A-M-M-O-N. We can't do that, huh? Too bad we don't need an iron axe. First thought was that would be like an alien race calling us a baby name from the only human they knew of. That's fair, actually. And the second thought, what if the first human was the cheetah when we all got called Baby Cheeto? That would be infuriating to the max. No, thank you. That would be a real problem. And I don't like the thought of it myself. Do I need to wipe my eyes with more ice water again? Or submerge in a cold water sink or spatial plunge or something? Maybe I'll do that. Because my eyelids feel a little heavy, and that's enough for me to worry. But I am not going anywhere completely. I tried to submerge my face in a bowl of cold water, but it didn't have the effect I was hoping for. That said, cold stuff still touched my face for long enough, I would think. But I also haven't submerged my whole head underwater in a long time. So I can't even think. But regarding the whole baby Cheeto thing, a response to that from others could be, or a response from him, from someone else calling us baby Cheeto the way someone could call Grogu baby Yoda. What did you call me? Oh, I see. This alien has chosen to go to war. We do not need that disaster, I know. And I ignored the magic water from the earlier floor. There's a blue chest down there. Can't do anything about it right now. But I really want to think that magic key is probably with whoever is waiting for us down, 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 down. Really want to believe in that, so I gotta go for it. I gotta believe in it. Being hit first by multiple green dragons is kind of a big problem, though. But they can all be crackled for sure. But none of them are dead. But I am. I can't be sure. What if we try to send him to sleep? Maybe up the fence first. And then snooze stick. They all slept for only one turn. I'll do that again and do that again. They only didn't take action was all. We're gonna zen and try to mid-heal. Okay. Okay. My defense isn't beefed up. Damn it. You know what? Let's get rid of one enemy at a time right now. That's not the right thing to do. So all I can do is Divine Dagger on one enemy. Oh wait, I could do an ability instead. An ability on one enemy. So what's the weakest MP wise? Wind Sickles on one enemy. Then Blow Kiss on another. There goes one. That didn't kill another yet. Wind Sickles and mid-heal. There goes another. Now to bring me back and fix me up. Let's try this again. Damn. Try this again. Oh, her MP's out. Fine. Put to sleep.
How does it feel?
Good. That feels good. Okay, I'm still alive to get experience. Good. I had my concerns there. Oh, there's no MP left. That's bad news. We kind of had to go there. Caradoc's about to level up, so we can wait. I know one of those treasures is a chest. So what about the other? In Zarnathian, just remember there was an RPG or something that others could die and get revived, but if you die, it's game over. Weird that Zarin remembers that about the game, but nothing else, and even remembers reaction. There are two I can think of, probably three. I swear it's a general Persona 3, 4, and 5 rule, and I swear it also applies to Ichiban anyway in the Yakuza Like a Dragon and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Those I definitely remember. If you lose the main pro tag, the whole battle's over and done with. Come to think, Kiryu wasn't in Japan all that long, but I think sometimes when it was just him, or when it just him went to Japan, if he died, it was definitely game over. So those are what I can think of. Is it any of those games? Persona 3, 4, 5, or Yakuza Like a Dragon, or Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth? Okay. I'll mess with them. No mid-heal here, Frizzle there. Oh, and that was a critical right there. There went one of the hoodies. And we can focus on the green dragon. I think it'll be okay, especially now. That is okay. Now Carrot Doc gets all that MP back for free. And he learns Whack. I want to think she'll learn Snoop eventually. Hopefully soon. I'd love for her to learn it soon. It's just really necessary. It's another blue chest. I've got to be getting a magic key here. I just gotta. It's the only thing that makes sense. That said, it's gonna be a trek and a half. I said trek and a half, not track and a half. We can just regular attack here. So many have tried to fuddle. I don't want the fuddling. I'd rather you cast bounce, because we ain't doing anything that you can bounce. There's some kind of chest. It's a canna box. Why, oh why? I'm gonna muster strength. Oh, is it weak to fire? Because we got some fire for that ass. We got some big fire for that ass. I'm gonna go double-edged slash though. Yeah, I'm gonna go double-edged slash. I just want to get rid of that canna box. Glad to not fall asleep. It could be any of those, just not sure since played them all, not sure which. There's a tombola ticket in there. Since I gotta get those anew. The ice face did not do anything for my yawning, I see. And I hate that so much. I went back to sleep this morning. So I'm supposed to be okay. I'll have him crackle and have her mid-heal me. Then Caradot needs to be fixed up too. But about to go down though. Glad that time she got to move quicker. Okay, they didn't get to attack that second time. Good. And Peronal is level 20 now. She learns Magic Barrier and Focus Pocus. Neither of which are as fun to me. I wonder if I want to watch the Copenhagen test on Peacock. The only reason I would is because of Simu Liu. But I don't think I'm as worried about that. Ugh. Maybe I need to stand and walk more than I care to. I just can't think of why it happens so damn much. Oh yeah, I need to go this way anyway because this is a cut-off place. My eyes were kind of playing tricks on me for a moment. And there's an ice shield. Can anybody else use it? He barely can. She can't use that at all anyway. It's so negligible, but it's still anything. Nothing else. Must keep going. Never completed .hack GU on PS2 or again on PC. Popped in his head the other day to make another attempt at it. So PC, were you emulating the PS2 original .hack GU or were you doing last recode? I feel like there'd be differences there, but I'm not sure what. Like, is it packaged as one game altogether, or I can't think straight? I haven't even tried to go back through Outbreak after all these years. I have it, but I've tried. The longer I wait, the more expensive quarantine will be. That's already an issue. Why, oh why? Maybe I could stand to pace around the apartment a little bit. Okay, it's last recode. Same player killers and story from PS2. That for sure is a thing. I swear it's an amalgamation of those games. Now, let me see about walking around for a few minutes, not just splash myself. Whatever I can do to keep me from yawning so much. Might have given me a little bit of a headache, but I still need to not yawn. And do I need to get in touch with a sleep doctor or something? Do I need a recommendation from my primary doctor for that too? And both the original and last recode start with, "We're your new friends to help you out. Backstab." You know an anime that did that recently, actually? Actually, I forget now too. I think it's Unlimited Gacha. Either Unlimited Gacha or Ultimate Gacha. I think it's Unlimited Gacha. Supposedly, a whole group of, or a guild of someone from every race in that world. And humans are actually the lowest of the low in that world. And despite the proposal of peace, everyone else was just really out to go ahead and kill the human, thinking they were some dangerous entity that could overthrow them. Well, now that human is, because the gacha worked a little closer to the core of the world they're in. The further underground you go, the denser the magic is, and being exposed to that magic vastly upgraded the power of his unlimited gacha ability to get some immensely powerful summoned allies, human-like and not human-like, and weapons and items and all kinds of things. And he built an underground kingdom, a deep underground kingdom of people who would actually want to be around him and think there's immense value within him, and he deserves to be heard, among other things. And so I wonder if I should suggest that to a friend who wants some revenge-riddled media. Yeah, I think I should tell them about that. I should really tell them about that. Why I gotta be Wildfire? Why am I too slow to hit them? Another remaster Zarnathian would relove, or at least a simple working port to PC, would be Champions of Norath and Champions Return to Arms. I don't remember, but I almost thought I did hear you say that before, and it bears repeating because it has been so long. Another can of box. Well, at least I healed. I'm double-edged slashing and I'm sizzling. Then I'm frizzling. That's powerful fire there. I'll do it again. With no thought for my own safety. Another Tombola ticket. Ericus enjoyed .hack GU. Was it a trilogy? Was it only a trilogy? And then they added another episode in last recode? I'd forget that. And I don't want to forget to say hello to Ericus. I realize it's late. There's a reason for that. I'm at least keeping the streak alive, and I'm sure you're all glad that that's happening. But it's just as important that I make sure that Ericus is properly welcomed. Maybe some calisthenics will keep me from yawning as much. That was it. Last recode was the 3 and a bonus. And you have mentioned wanting Champions of Norath and Champions Return to Arms to be remastered. I was thinking that's what it was here. So, I would have been on here much earlier, I probably would either stop around now-ish or 1 a.m.-ish, like I still plan to right now. But I had the opportunity, a rare opportunity, to take a phone call with a friend I hadn't heard from in a long time. I could not miss that. But they were very understanding about the whole 2 hours a day thing for everyday ERDRICK, which I will still be making happening, so I'm all good there. We've been able to talk for a good while, so in a case like this, I was able to have my cake and eat it too. And I still get to be here with you all. Always a win there. You know, I almost thought I'm probably gonna DM somebody about somebody else because I'm led to think they probably don't follow me anymore. In fact, why am I checking my followers list? This is not a smart thing to do, especially right now. And yet I can't easily help it. Will it show up when I scroll down further and further? Because there's a lot of followers here. We're not at the 1,000, but there's still a whole lot. What if instead I should search somewhere else for that? I'm thinking that's probably what I should do to make it easier on me. And oh no. Oh, no. They're still there. That I would not have been sure of. I thought someone might have overheard something and decide, okay, can't take a joke, get out of here. But no, that's not what happened. Okay. Couldn't have been sure. Maytree put up a new song that's pretty good and chill on YouTube. Listened to it a couple of times. Share it in the music Discord. And I forgot that is a thing there. And I want to go upstairs. Cannabox again? Yep. Me with no fire. I'm gonna muster my strength. They're gonna magic it up. I'm not asleep. So I will double-edged slash. I don't hurt myself, but it's okay. No tombola ticket in there that time. That's sad. 666 is a good bit of experience. And with there being no more treasures, I can just focus on going upstairs and then go to the next places. That's still angering, though. One more thing around here. One more thing! Or one more thing! One more thing! Boy, if that ain't memories for some people. Alright. Not much left here. Video picture or music sings? It does fit both. I want to say, since you've been saying music, make it music sings. I mean, people wouldn't usually put a Spotify or Apple Music song in music sings, and I was just under the impression any music videos or songs without videos would go to music sings anyway. I forget if this is why I said it, but talking things and music sings, things sings. There's something matching there, something similar, right? Do not need zombie mail. Have there been any times where people actually put on cursed equipment in this game and they wanted to do that? I thought I did, and I did put on cursed equipment, but it turned out to be not a great idea. It just doesn't feel worth it when there's a chance of immobilization, among other things. Oh yeah, here used to be ERDRICK's sword. Maybe now it's the magic key? No, it's a battle fork. That's kinda really lame. Except that's pretty powerful. That's a 15-point difference. And I'm the only one that can use it. Never mind. There might be something there. Now I can put that away. And that. Okay. I mean, really? Don't need the Holy Lance, though. So now we'll go back down. Oh yeah, they're both blue chests there. That's what that was all about. I may have the battle fork, but I still want the Morning Star for the group. We gotta get rid of them lest we get confused-mated. I don't want to be confused-mated. And I won't be. That's more than all right there. Now they're all down. And the damage numbers are going in reverse. I wonder why that was. Nope, not helping the yawns. Not helping the yawns like it should have been. Why, oh why? And yeah, I wanted to go this way before the proper 5th floor. Oh yeah, this leads up somewhere, that's why. That is an important thing. Oh, no, that loops. So that's not as necessary as I once thought. I still want to get rid of that green dragon. And that should help with that. And what can I do here? Well, he boomerangs and then bang the rest. That doesn't do much of nothing. That hurts a bit too much. Got a mid heal. Okay, critical. We love it. Full plate armor. Does that do anybody any good? Or was that something I had before? No good. And they can't wear. So it ain't no thing. We got a couple of other links from them to explain to someone how they're like the best a cappella group. Oh, they're a cappella. And a couple of samples they would probably know, which was Zelda and Sonic. Was the Sonic one either Open Your Heart or Live and Learn? So at the very least, they're lyrics, but they don't have to be lyrics at the same time. Well, that's Maytree. I almost wonder if I look at them, I might somehow recognize them despite not going out of my way to hear them. Yeah, this just loops around. So there's no point to this. I don't think you had to link those for me anyway. If you want to link them for your own self, please do. For your own self and others that aren't me, please do. I just brought up those as examples, that's all. Then we have a variety of enemies around here that I can't do much about. What if I zap the lethal armor? That's honestly really bad to have the lethal armor too strong. And I can't stones throw. I just can't. And nothing that hits all enemies. Except the boomerang. No need there now. Too much defense needing to play. Only bang again. That mid heal sucks. It also sucks to not have everyone be awake. There goes one enemy. There goes another. We don't fall asleep. Paradox is still asleep though. This is too much again. I forget what Hatchet Man is. When it does connect, it's a critical hit. I'd rather do that with a Falcon Blade, because at least that'd be hopefully 2 chances to hit. Real Ratchet, Hatchet Falcon. There's bound to be an exclamation point sometime as we get closer. And quite surely, when I approach, I need to pause. I really do need to. In fact, there it is right there. So I'm gonna stop adventuring because we're close enough to 2 hours, and I wonder if food in my system would do me any good. Because this incessant yawning thing is for the birds, and I've already gotten sleep. I don't need that messing up. So I am going to get me a meal here and hope that it energizes me and not makes me lethargic and sleepy. There's no triamphithol or anything, or whatever that is in Turkey. Stretch, relieve yourself, get a drink, get a snack, we'll deal with monsters.
and we're at Pumpkin Hill. You ready? I ain't gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna creep down in Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here. I can sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I'm gonna hold my head, cause I have no fear. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkins in the alley. Didn't seem happy, but they sure tried to get me. Had to back them up with a fist metal crackle. I'm hearing someone saying, you a chicken, don't be scared. It had to be the wind, cause nobody wasn't there. I searched and I searched as I climbed up the wall. And then I started to fly, I went in deeper. Let it get to me, I'm just gonna creep down Pumpkin Hill. I got to find my lost piece. I know that it's here, I sense it in my feet. The great emerald's power allows me to feel. I can't see a thing, but it's around somewhere. I gotta hold my head, I have no fear. It probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. A ghost try to approach me, he got leery.
Please don't let me yawn more than once, like a hour or half an hour or something, please. I've had quite the meal. Probably still smaller than, say, a restaurant serving, but still sizable meal. Considering I didn't have that meal at any other point during the day, it's gotta work out. It has to work out. I want to snoop so badly. And I made a quick save because we're right here at an encounter or a boss. And I'm gonna want to give them some... Oh, we're about out of magic water. So magic water, sage's elixir, prayer ring. Okay, we're all good there. Like, way good. All the goods somehow. So now I can do this. Midnight Manguini or something. I'll read this because there's a story here.
Curse that plaguey Dragonlord! We invite him to join us just as Lord Belial instructed, and he throws it back in our faces. Hey, who Dr. Pompous ass think he is? Doth he not know that if he is not with us, then he is most assuredly against us? To think us refused. Perhaps he is as dangerous as they say? Ha! not dangerous enough to resist the horde we shall bring against him when next we return. He shall pay for his arrogance, mark my words. And who might you be, puny humans? Never mind who we are. Who are you? From the sound of it, no friends of the Dragonlord. No, indeed! And all who defy the will of Lord Hargon will be obliterated. You included.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening if we got anything to say about it. Maybe I'll go with the Battle Fork now. I feel like I should be going for the smaller thing here, the Goiling. So how about some Zap? And then that would hurt the both, but let's focus on the one. Some nice hurt right there. I do not need my magic to be drained so much. But better my magic be drained than theirs, in all fairness. They need MP way more than I do. That desperate attack ain't fun. I can fly knee. He's the only one who can zap. That said, Frizzle is more powerful than Zap. He's gotta fix himself. There goes the Goiling. So how about I muster strength again then? And this time, Zap, and I didn't mean to attack, I meant to fix me up. Then what? No demonic something. I hope I move last. I've got to move last. Okay, good. Although that hurt me really bad to that point. We gotta bring me back. You gotta bring me back so I can get some experience out of all this.
I must focus.
More hurt than I care to suffer. Okay, and then heal me. Well, that's bad news too, and I can't meditate yet. Maybe he should have mid-healed himself. I would rather rematch than anything. Yeah. Maybe I'll just go ahead and lose so I don't have to worry about getting the MP back. But I think getting rid of the Goiling was okay. I really do. So we'll muster strength and start working on the Goiling here. Frizzle the Goiling. I need that flying knee into the Goiling. Then I need to be fixed up again. That sizzle ain't fun to suffer. Nor is it fun for her to be hurt, so... Why don't I zap and then, bang. Maybe sap Midnight Manguini. Better that than any death or something. Let's see. I'll double-edged slash the Midnight Manguini. ERDRICK can fix me up before then. And Verono can fix herself up. 'Cause this is gonna hurt the both of us very badly. Except that missed. That could not have been worse. At all. We'll have him zap and her heal then. That didn't kill neither. Why it gotta be so bad? And he's still gonna zap the Goiling. And she's gonna heal me. There goes Goiling. Too much dodging while your defenses are low, even. Maybe the both of us guys need to be healed as it is. No, maybe about it. We do need to be healed. Heal yourself and let her heal me. Let me get some regular attacks in. Still cause a little damage. That's problems. Alright, there was the whole sap thing. Why don't I have him heal her and she saps? Okay, so sapped. Let him zap. And she'll mid-heal again. That's alright there. And so is dodging nimbly. That's more than alright. Now we're all in a good place. I wouldn't expect... Oh no. No need to worry. They're both down. It's alright. ERDRICK goes up another level. So this Dragonlord isn't evil. Or at least not working with them.
So the Dragonlord is yet master of this castle.
Surely not. Mighty ERDRICK slew the Dragonlord long ago.
Perhaps then it is one who only pretends to be him.
Just as another pretended to be you? Perhaps. And this person is the one wise in the matters of the world of whom the king of Tantagel spoke.
I know not, but it is plain enough that he is no friend of Hargon.
That might be enough. Which would make him a friend of ours, no?
Not necessarily. I fear that it is a little too soon to make any assumptions on that front. I wonder who the Belial was of whom these... I wonder who the Belial was of those... No. I wonder who the Belial was of whom those creatures spoke. Is it a name familiar to you, Uncommon Legacy?
I mean, in the real world, sure, but in this, not so.
I have not heard the name either. But the fiends called Hargon and Belial Lord both, from which we can infer that they are perhaps allies, or associates of some kind at the very least.
Indeed we can. An insightful deduction.
Truly, you are blessed with a fine mind.
I agree.
You are kind, yet we can say nothing for certain just yet. And as this latest encounter has amply proven, we cannot afford to be complacent. Argon's minions lie in wait around every corner, even here.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. It'll take a while for me to level up, though. My magic is bad drained. I hate that. Just because we fought there doesn't mean we're done here. There's no way it could have meant that. And I didn't read into the food holiday. I forgot all about that again. Probably because it was in a different tab. Yesterday was the 15th, and the 15th of December was National Cupcake Day. Is there anyone who prefers cupcakes over regular cake or other kinds of cakes? Because honestly, it's all fine to me, because it's all cake. That's what matters to me. Oh, they resist the wind. So we cannot have the gustarang out at all. Fine, then a rose whip. Because that definitely works. That could so be a problem if I don't remember that. And a box. No, it's a staff of sensing. See, I got so untrusting. That was totally unfair. That and I don't have Snoop. Nor Peep. I meant to say I don't have Peep. I want to go with the lethal armors first. Although... Oh no, they're fine with the physical stuff. That's no big deal. The only big deal was the wind against them because it was a nothing burger. That critical hit is an everything burger. Der burger. No, there it is. That's what it's supposed to be. Der burger. That's what I was saying. Not dirt, but der burger. What's der burger? I don't like this group, though. I do not want to fight that group. That group is too much for my brain. I thought there could have been something. I had to see. I had to try. Ain't nothing there, neither. Where's the other here? Oh, it's an ultimate chest. I can't do anything about that. A slice of cake probably gives more frosting than a cupcake, especially if a 2-layer cake or more. That makes me believe that due to the whole potentially too much frosting thing, maybe it's better to have, maybe a cupcake is better to use. Not as much frosting, and probably easier to take off as well. I like to think based on the wording. I like frosting, and I know it's a problem to like it. I know it's a problem to like it, but I'd like to think it'd be less of a problem as long as it's not done in excess. All things in moderation. Or should it be most things or some things in moderation? No, I want way more than moderation of leveling up, though. She knows sing. They both can do some kind of revival. Oh, frosting is the best part. I thought you weren't into frosting for some reason. I thought I must have you confused with someone else. I thought you weren't into frosting and don't want too much. But you find it the best part. So then you probably like a regular cake or a 2-layer cake more than a cupcake. I am okay being corrected because you're you and you know what you like better. I do not mind being corrected. I did not know. I did not remember that you love frosting. I mixed that up. Okay, let's see here. Oh, wait, no, that ultimate chest is the last thing anyway, so we can just go. I didn't remember if there was music down here the first time. No, there was. There was music down here. In a treasure room like before. Probably up there. So let me go this way. Plenty of not red chests up there. I want to get the lethal armors first. That feels more right. Especially when oomph could be an issue. There they go. And thanks to a critical, one of them went. And then the rest of them did. There's probably a little more around here this time. There's one chest I can open here. But it's a can of bugs. I mean, good thing I healed up. But why, oh why? Me with no MP. So Caradoc fell asleep. Big deal. He got experience up in his sleep. There's a Tombola ticket. So 5 other treasures to find around here. Are they chests, or are they pots, or are they spots? And in terms of frostings, our Nathaniel enjoys chocolate, milk chocolate, chocolate fudge, mint chocolate, chocolate with mini chocolate chips, all the chocolate frosting types. I noticed you didn't mention dark chocolate in there, but you say all the chocolate frosting types, so you've done a catch-all including dark chocolate in there. And probably also German chocolate. I figure you must also be a fan of German chocolate. I hate not having MP for real. It will zap the Spike Geist. Bang the Raging Lunatic, mainly. Oh no, the Spike Geist is down with that. Okay, now to focus on this. Why don't I try to put him to sleep, though? Both asleep. That was fun to do.
How does it feel?
That's alright that that one didn't sleep. That's still asleep. I don't mind that. That worked out alright. It's gotta be the right dark chocolate frosting, though. What's the right dark chocolate, then? And hated German chocolate as a kid, but like it now. Is there more than just the coconuts in there? Because I swear there's coconuts in the German chocolate frosting. Coconut shavings. Coconut shreds. I almost really swear. There's some thieves' key chests. Assassin stab, scroll, and cassette. Who can use? I forget that we have those that have already been used. He can learn assassin stab. That's all good. Then Kasap. Already known. So we're hanging on to a number of scrolls here. I don't mind it. I definitely ain't selling them. Not until I know that everyone's learned everything they can. There's still more than a few chests. There are 3 chests we hopefully have access to. And I'm still so low on the magic. Zap got rid of one of them in a hurry. No snoozing for me. A percentage of dark that gives it a good taste still and doesn't taste like baker's chocolate or cocoa powder. I would not know how much dark chocolate is in either of those. Does baker's chocolate not have flavor? Because that sounds a little worrying if that's the case. I worry that sounds like it doesn't have flavor. I don't think I would like that. I wanted to taste all chocolatey. That healing is enough. We're good there. Where's any more chests or items or things otherwise? There's 2 barrels. There's some magic water and an angel bell. Then what? One more thing around somewhere. Oh, right, we can save passage. We can walk over that poison. That Dragonlord is surely less poison. I know they say never trust a big tail and a smile, but I don't think this new Dragonlord is necessarily poison. Nah, I want to do that. I really do. Rather deal with all of them than something oomphed. Might be thinking the wrong thing on bakers, but cocoa powder is so nasty straight. And I'd like to think the way you're saying cocoa powder, that's not necessarily the type you can throw into milk to make chocolate milk or hot chocolate, is it? It's gotta be more bitter or something from the sounds of it. Honestly, don't know, because they sell cocoa powder and they sell hot cocoa powder and chocolate milk powder in different packages, so there's gotta be differences. They have got to be different and not smart to use for chocolate milk or anything like that. Definitely marketed as cocoa powder for baking. I would hear that plenty. There goes the Diabolist. And I'm asleep. That Sizz didn't even wake me up. Then came a critical there. Now all good here. These 200s of experience. There's the last thing I can actually get right now. I'm just glad to find it. But it's still gonna be some time before I level up. I don't like it. I'll Morning Star them. Actually, I'll use all the attacks, and I probably could have done Gustarang, really. But they all went down. They at least all went down. Okay, so the cocoa powder would have a recipe for hot chocolate. You'd be adding stuff like sugar, whatnot. That is a major difference. In fact, I see it right there on that angle. 2 tablespoons of sugar, dash of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, in addition to the natural, unsweetened, 100% cacao Hershey's Cocoa. That definitely makes differences. And that's why you say it's so nasty straight. That right there. If they got a recipe for the thing you're trying to make, then you better follow that recipe. Don't just do it by itself. It's gonna be terrible, it sounds like. Alright, so there's that portal again. So now we go up here. I think before I go, I'm still gonna go rest. Oh, Zarnathium did try it straight when he was a kid. Never again. So you were more adventurous than I am. You thought it was gonna be all right. And it should have been. It deserved to be. Let's rest up here. I need my MP back. Very, very badly. Zarnathium used cocoa powder all the time. Good for cooking and made many things with it. I want to hear 3 things you've made with it. I believe you, I just want to hear those things you enjoyed making. Brownies, cakes, double chocolate cookies, donuts, and so on. So you did a lot of baking. I feel like you can still do a lot of baking. And does that mean you made cake donuts and not fried or not yeast donuts, or did you make both kinds of donuts? Sure looks like Dragonlord, though. Oh yeah, I jumped and speared with a sword the past Dragonlord into the chair.
So, thou art come before me at last. I am the Dragonlord, Master of Masters, King of Kings.
Why again?
Long have I awaited this moment.
You lie! You are not he! The Dragonlord was slain long ago by our ancestor, mighty ERDRICK no less. You are an imposter, a trickster, a sham!
What, pray tell, do you find so amusing?
Forgive me. Perhaps I should explain. If thou wilt permit me another attempt. I am the Dragonlord's great-grandson.
His what?
It seemeth my great-grandfather did give thine esteemed ancestor a good deal of trouble. But rest assured, I do not mean to do the same myself. I have no quarrel with humankind.
And we got no quarrel with you.
Can that truly be so? I do not mean to doubt you, but...
Oh, please, doubt away. 'Tis only to be expected, but I speak true, I promise thee. Why else would I have ejected those sniveling fiends who did just now come a-crawling?
He's so understanding.
Same fiends. We met them as we entered the castle, and they did set upon us most mercilessly.
So they learned nothing from their chastisement at my hand, and fell straight to attacking innocent humans. I shall not be so quick to let such visitors escape unscathed in future.
Man.
So you truly are not allied with Hargon?
Heavens, no. Though he doth pester me most mightily to join him, I have no desire to see the world laid waste. He was e'er an unpleasant fellow.
You know him? Then please, you must teach us of him. My homeland was destroyed by a horde under his command. I journey to see that my people and my father are avenged, and that no other land is made to suffer as Moonbrook did. Hargon must be stopped.
So that is thy game. Then thou must needs gather the 5 sigils.
Mm-hmm.
Sigils? The monsters at the lake too spoke of sigils.
Ah, so you know of them. Hargon hath set his underlings to seek them out, and with some urgency it seemeth. In them is contained all the power of nature, a power that can be conferred upon the wielder. Though to the casual eye, they seem mere stones edged with strange symbols. Still, those able to sense such things will know them for what they truly are.
And Hargon would make their power his own. Or does he have some other purpose in setting his vassals to seek them out?
Alas, that question I am not permitted to answer. I do not mean to hinder thee in thy quest. It is simply not my place to furnish thee with such knowledge.
Not your place? But...
I shall do this instead. I shall point you in the direction of those who do possess the right. I hear that they are currently in need of assistance themselves. The news of their plight hath reached me just now, in fact. Fortuitous timing. Or fateful, perhaps. Northeast of Tantagel lieth the Shrine of Rain, wherein dwell the fairies. They find themselves under attack by Hargon's horde. Go to their aid.
Fairies? The creatures from the books my nursemaid read to me as a child?
Thou thinkest them mere myths? Well, thou wilt soon find that they are quite real. Indeed, their kind hold the very fabric of our world together.
Of course they do.
Will you go in my place, brave heroes? Should I venture forth to help them, I fear that I might lay the shrine low, and in so doing, cause more harm than good. Aid them, and they will tell you of the sigils. As I say, they are the ones entitled to do so, though they may not share their knowledge willingly or easily. Nonetheless, I do not doubt that they will take you one step closer to your goal. So, will you do as I ask?
I feel like we really should.
Perhaps if we might confer among ourselves a moment first.
But of course, such decisions are not to be made lightly.
So I actually have to talk with them here.
Well, what think you? Should we go to the fairy's aid?
We should, of course. Do you not agree on Common Legacy? I feel like we should.
Very well. I cannot say I do not have my doubts. We grew up, after all, with tales of how our ancestor and the Dragonlord were sworn enemies. To take guidance from his descendant feels surpassing strange. But if what he says is true, the fairies are in grave need of our aid, and in possession of the very thing we seek, knowledge of the sigils. Is there some manner, perhaps, in which we might have him prove his claim that he does not think humans his foes?
Surely the knowledge he has willingly given us already could be considered just that.
It could, but I seek further reassurance. Come, let us speak with him once more. Better safe than sorry, after all.
I can't blame her for feeling this way. But it's been mostly cake, donuts, Sarnathium baked. Didn't like doing yeast stuff a lot growing up. No patience at the time. Can't blame you. But you were always baking stuff. Your mom loved coming home from work to fresh baked stuff. And you loved making that to make her day after a hard day. You really, really appreciated her, man. That's a good kind of unashamed mama's boy. Here, in this instance, we're using it as a point of pride. Let me check about anything behind. Oh no, there wouldn't be anything behind. The last 3 treasures are out there.
And have you reached a decision?
We have. Forgive us our presumptuousness, but we would ask something of you. You say that you have no quarrel with humankind. Is there some way in which you might make proof of this?
This is the point on which you feel you must needs press me? But very well. You are the scions of mighty ERDRICK, I suppose. A certain wariness of me is understandable.
He's so understanding.
What might suffice, I wonder? Ah, but of course. How could I forget? I should have thought of it from the first.
The sword of ERDRICK?
Fear not, little ones. I do not mean to belabor you with this blade. It is not in my power to wield it. I mean simply to return it to its rightful owners.
Return it? Whatever do you mean?
Though it is somewhat tarnished with age, this is a mighty weapon, the like of which only a great hero might wield.
You mean...
Indeed. This is the very blade that slew the Dragonlord so long ago. ERDRICK's sword. Though it hath lain dormant long, and lost much of its might in so languishing, it still possesseth the power to banish evil. Well, surely this proveth my status as friend and ally.
Oh, it does. It more than proves it. Forgive us our mistrust of you. It was most unkind. And thank you. Thank you.
Oh boy. But we need to take it to a smith to get it reforged. We can't use it yet, but it is still a thing.
Thy gratitude is reparation enough. I pray that the blade might be restored to its full power ere long. Now go. The fairies have need of your aid. Northeast of Tantagel, do not forget. Hargon must not be suffered to succeed.
Aye.
So we're good here then. But no magic key. Where, oh where can the magic key be? Because there's not much between Rimmildar and Tantagel. There's really not. We've checked all the waters therein. And then we've checked here. And got nothing. You know, I'm so upset about this. I'll just look up where it could be before I go looking for all those mini medals that I wanted to stay in order for but couldn't. So, EQ magic key. See where it could be. Well, it ain't there. Where to go for the medals? I gotta think about that while the other tab is loading. Because there are definitely places. Have I not been to Cole yet? No, I've been to Cole. I've been to Rimmildar. Okay, so Damdara is, I swear, down there. So let's zoom outside of there and boat our way down. because I want to go find mini metals. I swear to Damdara. Damdara. There was definitely a concern here in number 1. Why don't I go this away? There. How much is here for? Only 1 gold coin out of the deal, and I'm forgetting to dig a lot. Diamond. Then a mini metal. And 2 other things somewhere, supposedly. I ain't seeing barrels or pots. There ain't nothing around here, it looks like. Not to the naked eye, anyway. And then where, that is zoomed in. How about down southeast? That's whatever-ish. Cantlin. And Zarnathian needs to stop on the food names. Pumpkin, habanero, marshmallow, peach. I'm mostly thinking of Princess Peach with that one. I wonder, you had a Kumal or Kumar. No, I forget if it was Kumal or Kumar. But I don't think Harold and Kumal is the thing. But it's so close. It's so close to Harold and Kumar. I was thinking it was more Kumal than Kumar. Kumal and Sangha. Where are they from? Why don't I recognize those names, Kumal and Sangha? I don't recognize those names for a reason, so you already had a idea of media there. Why can't I do productive stuff? Because I yawn so much. Do I need to actually sleep? Sleep? 2 orange brother cats like the 2 tiger brothers. Let me look up the tiger brothers then. So that doesn't... There's no Dragon Quest II version then? Does that mean it went to the bottom of the sea or something? DQ2 HD blue chests. Okay, so it's that. That's probably why. Tiger Brothers. Oh, the movie Two Brothers. That's a 2004 film there. With Guy Pearce and Freddie Highmore. Separated from their parents as cubs. Reunited a year later as adults to find their way back home. So they must have grown pretty fast then. I'm thinking they grew pretty fast. Circus. And then a menagerie. Alright, I need to stop and think. They were named that in the movie and real life. Pretty sure real life also. That would be kind of beautiful there, to say the least. And I can't go in there, neither. I hate not having my blue key. I don't feel a need to that. Well, that's a fun thought of a weapon there, the cautery sword. Hadn't seen that in the other two games. Okay, they were played by themselves. They did use their names. It was them in the movie. And I ain't worried about all this here. Thought escaped me again. I hate when my thoughts escape me. What do I feel like, though? Maybe I'll give him the cautery sword. No, he's got fire. I ain't got fire. I'm the only one who can use the Morning Star as well, aren't I? How to stop yawning so much? How to fix frequent yawning? Or how to cure it? But what could the root cause be? How do you prevent constant yawning when even not tired without energy drinks? 10 to 20 minutes of aerobics, an hourly break, stretches, sit-ups, pull-ups. But I don't want to be just either tired or not. No. I'm still not drinking enough water. Could be the sugar thing, like Zarnathian was saying before. I just need more water in my system. I swear I didn't have as much sugar, though. Most of what I ate during the break was savory. Or not getting enough air because talking too much or too fast. That certainly isn't an issue with me, I don't think. This to prevent constant yawning. Oh, that's Reddit AI. So maybe I need some deep breaths. Deep breaths. Not just sleep and rest like I try to get. That's why I try not to drink so many energy drinks. Now what's here, if anything? Nothing really. Maybe I should do a minute of deep breathing. I could sell divine daggers. They are not worth. That boy is selling courage for free. Is there anything in the grave? A priest who gave everything. A seed of life. The entire city loved that priest, and so did I. So the protectors are a family. Oh boy. And there's a pot I saw. That's blue as well. Can't go in. What was I looking at? Okay. That was just lamenting, but still challenging. Closed its doors once and for all. Whoa. 18,400 gold. And I spent 3,000 of it. I ain't got enough. The fire blade sounds literally fire. That gold bracer can be sold for that. I'd probably rather grab and sell golden claws instead. Maybe I'll go for those golden claws and sell them. All of a sudden, that sounds like a not bad idea. I don't need the iron axe. Don't need the wizard's staff or chain whip. Or chain sickle. Don't need the white shield or silver platter. I don't need the top hat. What do I feel like the dancer's costumes, they can go. The silk robes can go. Not the cat suits. They have got to stay. I don't want that zombie mail, though. Definitely not selling the gust of rain. I don't feel like I have enough to really sell. And all I got are 4 tombola tickets. That ain't enough of nothing. Thing is interact, but no, it's speak. Snub, reheal, snowbring, slaps, shocking slash, thin air, and spooky aura. There's stuff to be had in those moves. Garter and fish net stockings. And an ultimate chest again. I was thinking, and then the thought escaped me yet again. Why does that keep happening? And what was I thinking of before? The protectors sound like a hell of a family. Like they really care. Maybe I wanted to do a deep breath moment. Let me put this down and breathe deeply for a minute. And you may as well do it with me as well. We could all use that probably. One more in and out through the nose at the same time. I hope that was any better for me. Let that be any better. And let me go up these places and ways. There's nothing here. There are the protectors. She doesn't sound like a protector, though. A stone golem watched over. Okay, we get these, like an iron lance I don't need, and a chainmail that's not as necessary. The last thing is in there somewhere that I can't go. Ouch. Why does my body insist on yawning so very much? Why, oh why? Nothing here worth a damn neither. What was I in here for? Check this out. Bank of Catalan. Cantlin. Yeah, this fatigue is not great fun at all. I thought there was something over here. Oh no, it must be on the other side. Down the floor. Yeah, another mini medal. So much else out here. Like a medicinal herb. There's something there, some money. I can hardly keep myself in good position. I may have to stop closer to 1-ish or now or something. I got the 2 hours in, but still, I just hate it so much. And maybe there's one more treasure in there. So, the tower. Yeah, my fatigue is really wanting to mess me up. I can't keep moving in the right places. I just want to be awake and my body just doesn't want me to be. I may go over to the fairy shrine and... Yeah. No, wait, yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? I mean, Morning Star. Battle Fork is still stronger than that, actually. Must right away. I want to think that was. That's very poisonous there. So maybe I should go confess. I think I'll go to Middenhall to do that on the other side of the world. I swore I got enough sleep and my current performance says otherwise, and I hate it. I need more money if I want to, or I need to sell more things if I want to get more Tombola tickets. Maybe I'll see about items I can sell. What was I thinking to sell? Maybe I'll sell these herbs. Maybe I'll save before I do. I don't like being tired. And I swear I get enough sleep that I shouldn't be tired, but someone says other things. I'm not selling that. I mean to sell this. Is it all about the gold or is it random? I would totally get if it's random. Ooh. I don't need unsealant. Because Arnathium gets tired of being tired as well. See, you get it. You understand. Then I'll sell the Chimera Wings. I'm trying to sell stuff to get some things. Can't sell scrolls. No, yes, no, I don't know. Oh, I don't need much more money. I'll sell that dagger and this dagger too. I'll sell the steel shield. Just one tombola ticket there. Then what else? I'll sell slime earrings. They're nothing really. And I'll sell dragon scales. I don't need these neither. I swear I have enough for that sword, that better sword. I must. I have to. There's no other choice but to have enough. I gotta. I think it was straight down. I'll check that out. But now I have enough for that sword, so it causes even more hurt. Fire blade. You can have that one. That I don't mind. Okay, now I have enough to go for those golden claws that I just really want to sell. Really gotta sell. So let me see here. Oh, this isn't the place of Tombola. Oh, and the map does say what's where. What a certain town has. So maybe I ought to pay attention to that. Like Munahan. Because I could get me some money back with that. But I still want to talk to a priest before I do. I've been touched by the thrill of the ultimate prize. And here I am going for it again. Alright, let's see here then. Problem is it ain't auto-save, but this would be. Yeah, auto-save. That's all fine there. Let's see about... No, but it was pretty good. Too bad, though. They were pretty good before, but not for long. Then we went and got better things. Don't need any of those. Load the autosaves. Definitely gotta load that one. All I want are the golden claws. And that's not them there. Such save scumming, though. I don't mind it. Who's gotten past being overly tired or being tired when you swear there's no reason to be? who's been able to fix that for themselves and how. I know that won't matter because it's all based on everybody's own individual things going on. Oh yeah, I haven't done this. I haven't been here in a while. Maybe I ought to make a video. That might be a thing to do. Of the games that were fun to me in the year. Then I just stood there for a minute. Nope. That ain't the thing neither. I need the thing. I need the golden claws. So where, oh where? So much save scumming, but it's okay. Did that turn a gold into a blue? Oh, gee, it did! I ain't giving that up now. A gold actually turned into a blue. I spoke it into existence. This is why you go for the things that matter, and an open mouth gets fed. That right there proved it there. I can speak things into existence. I can speak some things into existence. Oh man. Let me go sell this cursed shit. Because while powerful, that's enough to bring monsters running from all around. And let me double check and make sure that they are in fact cursed. I swear they are. I swear they're cursed. I don't think they were cursed in Dragon Quest XI. No, they were cursed in Dragon Quest XI. Yeah, they were. They're cursed, so I really ought to sell them for the money. I really should. Monsters won't show up here. So let's get rid of them. $6,000 gold. That's still a pretty nice chunk of change. That's still not bad. Then sell all these here too. Yeah, we don't need that. And thank you for the JI. Fluffy kitty. Or pretty kitty. A kitty. Alright, I think I can even... Maybe I have a little bit of a second wind and can go for those mini medals that I missed. I did get that. Then I guess I was supposed to go in the Shrine of Rain before. And I don't know where that is. And I could just sail south of Middenhall. Can't I? Although when I hit 40 metal, so I had to go over to the place. I gotta get the sparkles. Magical skirts. They look like they can be actually dangerous. Sea scorpions don't like the ice. That was pretty bad. Let me work on them first. Yeah, they hurting a bit. No, I want to get rid of the sea scorpions first. Zap one of them. So much for that. Now, say these. Dragon Quest, well, I mean, in a way, a new Dragon Quest is already coming in Dragon Quest VII Reimagined next year. So my power is not needed for that. We need my power for at least news early this year, then Q1 of Dragon Quest XII, The Flames of Fate. Then, more news of Dragon Quest 8 and 9 remasters with the looks of 11 at least, and the content of the 3DS. 8. And then 9 can look like Dragon Quest 10. No. Dragon Quest 9 remastered or reimagined cannot look like Dragon Quest 10. It'll be a reminder that Dragon Quest 10 has not come here either online or offline. And that will be maddening. But a duology of those two Champions games could surely be a thing next year. They could so be announced and be in one package with both of them being their full games looking better. And I don't know whether it was a thing or not, but let's just make sure to add the details of controller support on PC. Because not everything has that. You know, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe this is a very dangerous place. That didn't feel as dangerous. No, that's not as dangerous. It's all right. Okay, that's not as dangerous. Mermaniacs and the sea scorpions were hitting hard, though. Not fond of that. Then rampages. I'll only try and stop them in their tracks. Yep. Utterly entranced. We too slow. But they down. There's a secret spot to go to. And we go there before we get stopped by monsters. And it's these two pots here, like that. And more of that. A number of tombola tickets. Ghost ship to roam ocean depths. That's certainly something. Large party of merchants from Galenholm, then east. Oh no, that's to the east of here. I almost wonder if this has to do with the mermaid stuff. The seas east of here off the western shore of Rippleport. That's something to recall there. Then southwest of Shrine, south of Middenhall. Must not have hit the Shrine south of Middenhall yet then. So I got a looky for that. I feel like I'm getting some kind of second wind somehow. But I still gotta sleep, though. There's a whole campsite there. Maybe I'll swoosh the stone golem. Stone golem's taking all the hits. No more taking hits for everybody on his side. It's all about that now. You don't need much of that, but I did like how it looked like a whole campsite there. It's fine that these are stone golems here. They can go down. They won't be hurting us too bad unless that. But we still good. Where's the shrine south of Middenhall? In fact, that looks like it down there. Yeah, that's a shrine south of Middenhall, all right. Two things to grab. One here with leather armor, and the other a chest, and there's an old man. More tombola tickets. That is nothing special. That's old news, dude. Yeah, old news, dude. But where does this lead, though? This teleportal. Where, oh, where? We're within the blue door. So, tombola tickets and a seat of strength. Then there's more. I am way too curious not to check these things out. Now I'll zoom outside of here and bring the boat over. I don't mind it. Now imagine if there was a super slime island. Imagine if that was a super slime island. Why am I gonna whistle here? That is absolutely not Super Slime Island. Like, get the hell away from there. I realize these seas are probably dangerous, but there's my target right up here. Now to grab some other stuff around. If only we're just all around that rock. It'll make it so much easier. Ain't nothing being seen. There's something there. That's the mini metal I'm focused on. That was my main reason for being here. So I probably don't really have to look for other stuff, although I want to find something else. But cannot see without Snoop. Why, oh why? There's something else. Magic water. It ain't all that edge is. That's annoying too. And a seed of luck after all. I think I'm fine leaving there. Now, where's another place? That wouldn't be something, would it? Could be. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll sail south of there. Oh no, that goes up so high. That's too much to think about. So you know what? I think I'll zoom over to the Shrine of Rain. Let that auto save and then quick save here. Because we need to be here anyway, I don't mind. And we're in good shape. But I think I better still stop here. Don't feel so good about it. But who? They're still on, so I think I'll go there. If you want to be cooler than you already are, you can copy and paste this raid message. I haven't had much opportunity because they hadn't been on in a while. But I'm going to go ahead and raid G to the next level again. I don't mind it. Playing a whole lot of Toe Jam and Earl Panic on Funkatron. And this is a remake of a retro game, so it totally fits the retro thing. I wonder, oh no, maybe they finished. But I don't know, I'm still going to rate them. I'm still going to do it. Maybe I'll be on earlier tomorrow. I don't know, but I can hope. And I still have time to get Everyday ERDRICK done before Christmas. Not Christmas, the New Year. The New Year is my goal, and I believe I can make it happen. I'll keep working on it. Until then, take care of yourself, love yourself, be kind to yourself, forgive yourself, believe in yourself. Have those notifications on. If it ain't working, uninstall, reinstall. It should be all good. You're awesome. Pass it on. And until next time, stay uncommon. Later.